the only thing we haven't really talked about is how to customize a toolbar. So let's say for some reason you want to add more of the toolbars that already exist. So let's say the duplicate object is one of them that you would want to add to this toolbar. So you can hold the Shift key on your keyboard, and as you can see, it says Move or Edit. So this would move the icon somewhere else, and if I let go of the icon, it will delete the icon. So we don't want to move or delete, we want to copy this icon. So let's try holding Control, and now you can see it says copy the link. So now if I click on an icon, you can say it says, do you want to copy it or not? It says you're not going to copy it if you drop it into the viewport, but if you drop it into a toolbar and let go, it will add it to that toolbar. So now if we want to move it to a different toolbar, we can hold Shift and move it somewhere else. And it says you cannot do that because that's the standard toolbar, so you don't want to mess with that. So sometimes you will get this warning, but if it was your own toolbar, like let's say it's Witherbird, you should be able to hold Shift and move this here. And again, it says no because it's part of a RUI. So yeah, so I was wrong. So it has to be your own toolbar. So yeah, and you can also lock the toolbar. That's important to know too. To do what I'm talking about here, you have to make sure that you unlock the toolbar. Because if it's locked, then you can copy, you can move things, but you can't dock a toolbar into this toolbar, which is it's what I was going to talk about next. So now you know how to copy and move. So if you use Shift and you move an item out, you can see you get the delete button. So if you wanted to edit a toolbar, removing some of the icons or some of the commands that you do not want, you can move them out of a toolbar, and this will remove it from your custom toolbar. So that's one way to customize a new toolbar. And so this is really useful when you're working on a project and you're used to using specific commands, and suddenly you open something and you have many commands that you don't use. And so it's not efficient for you to always open a toolbar and get the one command that's hidden within a subcategories of a different tool. So by creating your own toolbar, you can optimize your workflow and get all the tools you need within one panel. Now, if you want to dock this panel into your workspace, then you can also go up here and unlock the toolbars and drop this toolbar up here. Now, if you select the blue part, it will try to dock it as its own panel. So typically, you do not want to do that. You want to click on the title of the toolbar and drop it in as a pad. As a panel. So here you have many tabs, and I would suggest that you use a tab as opposed to having it as a docked window, because this is unusual to have a single panel here. But it's up to you. If you prefer using this type of layout, it's up to you to use whatever works best. So I think you get the idea. So you can use these drop-down tabs, or you can use a side panel, and you can even have it as a floating panel, or even dock it below, or you can use it up here. So please let me know if you have any questions about toolbars, creating macros, or customizing your own panels.